Hello everyone and welcome to the Sheffield United Player of the Season Awards 2019-2020. What can I say? A brilliant season. Who could have envisaged what Sheffield United have achieved just 12 months ago? A top 10 finish in the Premier League, fantastic football, great goals, brilliant memories, but we can't forget the challenges as well that everybody faced through COVID-19. This evening we're going to look back and recognise some of those key individuals who stood out across the campaign. Let's start though with the man responsible for it all, the Sheffield United manager, Chris Wilder.
Being a Blade, it's a way of life. We work hard, play hard, no egos, just desire. We've come a long way, but the journey is far from over.
It's Sheffield United's living legend who hauls them level with their first goal back in the Premier League.
This is our club. All together, always.
I've got to say, honestly, didn't know what to expect, of course. Knew a bit about it, watched it from a distance over the last 2 or 3 years. Always wanted us to be involved in it, but your concentration is solely on the present and was getting us out of the Championship. So it was obviously a quick turnaround, but really didn't know what we were going into until you experience it up close and personal. From a player's point of view, Jags was the only one really with Premier League experience. So we had a chat with him a couple of times, and obviously there was a couple of team meetings when we were away and talked about the challenges that were in front of us. But until you experience them, then you don't know what they're going to be like. But thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's been brilliant, brilliant for everybody, and of course the most important people that we should recognise and talk about are our supporters, and I'm sure they would have loved the majority of everything that's happened in the Premier League.
Everybody seems to be saying when you came up, oh, they'll be found out with this system, they'll be exposed, etc., etc. But how important was it for you to stick to your principles? Yes, you've tweaked it here and there along the way, but pretty much you've gone with how you were playing in the league below. Yeah,
you've got to keep your own counsel. One of the things that we talked about at the pre-season chat that we had was the media attention that we would get. So the media day here was a little bit different to media days in the past with you and Shieldsy and maybe somebody from Sutty from Yorkshire Post and a couple of others. And then all of a sudden you're downstairs in the academy building and there's people from all corners of the world asking you to do these daft things for the Premier League. So I think that was an early taster for what would happen in the Premier League from an opinion point of view, from media, through critics, through experts so-called. So we understood that there was going to be an opinion on us, and possibly rightly so. As I keep saying, we were the third best team in the Championship last year, and we would have expected everybody to tip us to go down immediately, and we weren't. As I keep saying, in terms of people talking about, how good is this promoted side in terms of the history of promoted sides, it wasn't a Newcastle that went down and shouldn't have gone down and kept the manager and kept all the players and come and bounce back straight away. This was all these other teams that have been in the Premier League and had the parachute payments and kept everybody and was stronger. Yeah. This was a team that had zero experience of the Premier League and going into the unknown. So, understood the coverage of us, understood that we'd have to deal with that, and the only way you can affect it and deal with it is by going and producing performances and getting results, and we've certainly done that.
In a season of so many brilliant moments, could you single out one particular highlight?
I think this right the way through. It seemed as if there was one every 2 or 3 games. From Sharpie's equalising in the last minute and running over to the punters over the far side, to the Chelsea game, to the home game, the first game of the season, back in the big time, back in the Premier League. Even the Liverpool game, what a fabulous experience to be involved in, and as you know me, more than a lot of the media guys do, you know, it's about playing well, but it's about performing, but it's about winning as well. And we lost that game, but even though I think people are walking out and going, yeah, we're in a decent place here. Tottenham away was another one where we didn't win their fabulous stadium, and a couple of things that went against us.
John and his big toe, eh?
Yeah. Phil Thompson's reaction and Jeff's reaction on Sky afterwards, or during it, obviously recorded and watching that back. The Man United game, you know, right the way through, there seems to be experiences. Just a shame from our point of view that the experiences didn't continue because of the situation that everybody was placed in with the virus that was horrific for everybody, and obviously, you know, connected to the game.
There is talk though of fans being able to come back possibly October time. What would that mean to you to see Bramall Lane full again?
Yeah,
obviously,
I mean,
now you've experienced it being empty, it's just not the same.
No, it isn't. No, you know, people can talk about getting football back underway, and there's a lot of quality work that's gone on at every individual club, and from the Premier League and everybody connected to the game to get the season finished, and they must be hugely congratulated on getting this done, because you know, there was a period that everybody thought it'd be null and void or points per game scenario, but we all wanted to get back to work. We wanted to do our bit, but certainly it has been a different feel, and I've got to say I'm proud of the way the players have approached it, because you imagine when you look at it really, individual teams, you know, it has certainly helped some clubs get the best players back onto the pitch. And I think the way we interact as a football club from a supporter's point of view towards the players and the lift that they've given the players, it certainly has not helped, in my opinion, our team. But still, we look back and an incredible, difficult run of games. You go and beat, you go and beat Tottenham at home, you beat Chelsea at home, you beat Wolves at home, you go away at Burnley and get a result. You're a gnat's off getting a result against Everton. You're a decision away of getting a result at Villa Park. So we've not fell off the side of a cliff. I'm proud of what we've achieved all the way through the season, the attitude of the players after lockdown. But certainly, you know, we don't get beat against Arsenal in the FA Cup in front of 30,000 people at Bramall Lane on a Sunday afternoon. Absolutely no way. And you know, I'll not give the game away. That was an opinion of somebody else who was at that game as well.
I'm really curious to know what progress looks like to you next season, because having done so well this season, it would be easy for people to go, well, as long as we finish higher than we did this season, that's great. But everyone's realistic here, I know that. What is progress next season for Sheffield United?
Off the pitch, I've said to the board, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I think they totally understand that as well, to catch up to the football team. I do think the football team, in terms of the progression over the last 2 or 3 years, has accelerated at an incredible pace. So understanding what's gone off the pitch as well, from the legal scenario and situation with Prince Abdullah taking over the whole football club, that had to be sorted out. But now, as long as there's improvements off the pitch, which I'm sure there will be, and the signs are good that there will be. The work ethic is there from everybody. We're not sat back, and we're not a comfortable football club. I'm certainly not a comfortable football manager, and the players have to go and achieve. You know, the season doesn't become any easier because it's our second season in. From my opinion, you know, the challenges are going to be the same, and if not tougher, to show the consistency that we have done. We've not had any major injuries this year, so we have to make sure that we do our best to prevent those. Sometimes, as we talked about with Coetzee, that gets taken out your hands as well, and you dealt blows that you have to recover from. But as long as everybody gives the maximum right the way through, we have a bounce of a ball. We keep our team healthy, and the attitude is right and correct, which is driven by me, and it has to be. We recruit in a sensible way in the summer and improve the group. Then we have to be in a positive mindset going into the new season. But you're right. Nothing. You don't get extra points because you've finished 8th this season. For next year, it's a clean slate, and there's some quality teams that are going to get promoted. There's going to be teams that are going to improve, and we've got to make sure that we don't stand still and we improve in every aspect of the game.
But you wouldn't take fourth bottom if I offered it you now, would you? Because I know you've got higher aspirations than that.
We've got higher aspirations to win games of football, but who knows what is served up next year. But I think, from my point of view, establishing yourself in the Premier League is key, and I've talked long and hard about Burnley. 4 or 5 years in the Premier League is a fabulous achievement, and season on season they keep improving. The mentality is the same, which is key for me, and is one that I have hammered home and will be hammering home as well, because players and football clubs and managers do become comfortable, and then that's when everybody suffers and everybody gets hurt. And I think we have a fan base that is realistic as well. They understand the game. There's always going to be people that are unrealistic, as seen in the last 3 or 4 weeks. But you can't really do a lot about them. But we have an educated fan base, I believe, a realistic fan base that understands where we are as a football club, and that we are quite a way off a lot of the football clubs in this division, and we have to bridge that gap on a lot of fronts.
Thoughts there of the Sheffield United manager Chris Wilder. I think it's only fitting that we hear from Sheffield United's greatest ever player, Tony Curry, and what he thinks this season has been like. TC, what a season. Who could have envisaged what we've witnessed 12 months ago?
Well, me. I predicted, since Chris has been here, and the way we've been playing, the way they've got them playing, I predicted us getting up in the first season from 1. I predicted us being automatic, and I was unfortunately just wrong in the first championship. And then, then when we went up, predicted that, and this year I said top 10.
Wow.
Yeah, right. The way we play, fear nobody.
You must have so much pride watching on, though.
Oh, absolutely. I text Chris, not when we've lost or had a bad performance, which has not been many times. I daren't, because he'll know anyway. He don't need me saying it. But yeah, I in the main, I text him all the time after a game and say, fantastic. And I've used so many different words. Got a right vocabulary now.
I bet you have. When you look back at the season in terms of highlights, there's been so many. Is the one that really stands out for you, though?
No. We dropped points against Liverpool and Man City, the 2 top teams, especially at home, and we gave a right account of ourselves in them 2 games.
Yeah.
We were just fabulous against them, and we should have got perhaps 2 points out of them, a couple of draws perhaps, I don't know. I don't think it's been luck where we've got at all. They've been phenomenal. I wouldn't change the back 5 for anybody else in the league. The keeper speaks for himself. So I don't see why, if we've got the same squad, the same manager, and his team, they're just the staff have been tremendous. So I look forward to every game. I've been disappointed a couple of times, but not many. And it's just been. I'm really looking forward to it again next season. Let's hope we can all come to the ground early rather than later in the season.
Now, the Sheffield United Community Foundation has done outstanding work across the city for over a decade in the good name of Sheffield United. It's very easy to forget that a player's job doesn't finish when the full-time whistle sounds or when they get back into their cars. They are role models to countless fans of all ages across the city, each and every one of them is an ambassador for the football club. I'm delighted to say the winner of this year's award is none other than John Egan. It's been a meteoric rise for the Irishman, who's taken the Premier League by storm, and he's fast becoming a cult hero at Bramall Lane. Physically dominant, brilliant in the air, and a true leader of the pack, Egan is the glue that holds the back three together.
I'm a lovely guy. When they see me on road, they always
yeah, it's great. I'm just saying there, some of them unbelievable.
I'm a lovely guy. I'm a lovely guy, yeah. I'm a lovely guy. You should know I'm a guy, yeah. I'm a lovely guy.
Congratulations on winning the Community Player of the Year award. Just give us a bit of an insight as to what that entails in terms of getting out into the community and the type of things that you do.
I think the club are really community orientated. There's always maybe training sessions midweek, going up, training young lads and helping out, and just all stuff that the club organise for us really. I think the team is really good at doing stuff like that, and I myself do a bit when I can, and I think most of the lads do. So yeah, it's a really good thing that the club have got going. Because
you were one of those kids once. We all were.
Exactly, yeah. And I think where I'm from in Ireland, you don't really get to see Premier League players often because you have to come over to England to try and watch a game. But I can imagine for the kids here, especially the Sheffield United fans, when they see a few Sheffield United players walking into training and stuff, it's it can definitely lift them and make them feel good, and it's great to be able to give back to the community in any way.
And on the pitch, what a season!
Yeah, it's been brilliant. We always want more. We always want to finish higher, but I think overall, looking back on it, it's been amazing. Everybody has took their game to the next level, and we've really grown as a team and as a football club. And the next challenge now is always the next game and trying to keep getting better.
And your goal scoring prowess came to the fore towards the end, didn't it?
Yeah, I finally got there in the end. Probably should have a few more this season, but better late than never. Always something I need to have in my game, going up for corners to be a threat and stuff, and happy it's paid off.
How do you build on this now? Because as I've previously mentioned, the bar has been raised so high. What does success look like next season for Sheffield United?
One thing about us is we don't look too far ahead. We don't say, in a year or two, or in a month or in 2 weeks. It's always, when's the next game? We look forward to that. The lads have set the standard. The manager sets the standards every day, and people just try to meet them. And every game is a chance to go and get 3 points. And we don't look past the next game, and that's all you can do really.
So when you're next in a bar in Ireland, what's the song going to be this year?
Well, it'll probably be next year when all the bars do open because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But no.
You've got time to work on it.
Yeah, I got time to work on it. I haven't got any in the bag yet, but no, I'll be staying out of bars now and keeping the head down. Our next award is one of the most important ones we can give, the David Spencer Young Player of the Year Award, sponsored by Car Charged UK. The nominees for this one are Ollie McBurney, Dean Henderson, Lise Mousset, Sander Berger. Young Player of the Year, Dean Henderson. At just 23, Dean Henderson's stock continues to rise. In his first top-flight campaign, he's established himself as one of the Premier League's very best, with numerous clean sheets and a whole catalogue of memorable saves. It's surely only a matter of time before he wins that first cap for his country.
Yeah, I think England's number 4, I think he deserves all.
Yeah, well, first time obviously. I'd seen Dino properly up close and personal this season, and we had a fantastic season last year, and it was time for him to be tested in the biggest arena.
No, he's been great form. 13 clean sheets, debut season in the Premier League for a young lad. You forget how young he is sometimes, and he's took to it well, made some big saves. Especially as a senior lad, seeing the setback, not the setback, but what happened against Liverpool. I think everyone started to not doubt, but
questions get asked,
and he's come through with that with Trump.
Well, I'd say in terms of the ones I played with, he's the best by a mile, and that's no disrespect to some of the other keepers that I played with, because I played some very good keepers.
Dean, congratulations! It's an award that you picked up last year, but you've been named Young Player of the Year again. What does that mean to you?
Obviously, it's a good achievement for myself, and I'm delighted with it. It's been a fantastic season collectively and individually, so it's really nice to top it off with this award.
Has it gone better for you on a personal level than you initially thought it would be?
I'm always a confident lad, so I always think we can do well, and it's probably how I imagined it. I thought Sheffield United would be okay in the Premier League, and we'd take it with storm, which we have, and it's been a great experience for obviously all of us. We went into a league that was unknown for a lot of us, and to finish it the way we have, it's been an outstanding journey.
Clean sheets and the amount you've managed to rack up, you must be immensely proud of.
Oh yeah, delighted. Obviously, we had in pre-season the gaffer said he wanted 10 clean sheets from all the boys, and to obviously get 13 is phenomenal. So we've done unbelievable for a newly promoted side, but we've done that in every aspect, not just the defensive record. Obviously the performances down Bramall Lane and stuff have been outstanding this year, and all the boys deserve a lot of credit. They've been outstanding. They've put it in on the training ground every single day, and it's no accident where we've finished.
And now it's time for one of my favourite awards, the Goal of the Season award. We asked Blades fans on social media what they considered to be their best goals of the campaign, and we've condensed it into a top 5, and here they are. John Fleck versus Arsenal.
Drops his shoulder, turns away from his marker, up to Callum Robinson, who stands at the cross. Billy Sharp's underneath it, gets enough on the ball, then a chance for Fleck, and it's gone in, and Sheffield United have equalised. John Fleck slides on his knees as
Billy
he
Sharp
take it. It's
against
pushed along the deck to Baldock here at the byline, and he goes long chance, cleared off the line, Sharp's there, back in, and he scored. Billy Sharp, the Sheffield United captain, has squeezed the ball over the line.
George Baldock against Norwich.
First to aim at, and it's come to Baldock, switching the ball between his feet. He will turn and then shoot, and it's gone in. What a goal! What a goal from George Baldock! A brilliant turn just inside the penalty area.
Lys Mousset against Manchester United.
Mousset, who careers to the edge of the box and shoots. That's beautiful! What a hit from Lys Mousset! A truly outstanding goal.
Ender Stevens versus Brighton.
It goes, heads go up, it will come to Ender Stevens, who strikes it. Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
And the winner of the 2019-2020 Goal of the Season award goes to Ender Stevens for his goal against Brighton.
Here is Norwood, crossing position, in it goes, heads go up, it will come to Ender Stevens, who strikes it. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Ender Stevens, right in the top corner. It was picture perfect. It was absolutely pinpoint as Ender Stevens gets his second goal of the season. An arrow drive from just inside the corner of the penalty area into Matt Ryan's top corner. Unstoppable. Blades 1, Brighton 0.
And congrats on winning the Goal of the Season award. I suppose I've just got to ask you to describe it first and foremost, and your memories of it.
Seems like so long ago now. I remember it was just a short corner. I worked with Ollie and Flecky, I think. They worked it well, and as he done that, I wasn't supposed to be in the box, but I just thought to myself I might as well sneak in and just try to keep it alive if it comes out to me. And once it came out to me, first touch kind of set me up, and the only thing I could do was just hit it, and thankfully it went in.
Is it one of those, and we often hear it said, that as soon as it leaves your boot, you knew it was going in?
Yeah, I think so, because I think, looking back, I think that was the only place I probably could have put it that would have went in, because I think there was like 2 defenders closing me down. So once it left me foot, I just kind of knew that's in the net.
And the feeling when you saw it hit the net?
It was shock. It was just delight. You know, I haven't really scored many goals in my career, and I haven't really scored many like that, so it was just happy to get it.
Any goal in the Premier League is special, but one like that, I guess, just adds that little bit extra.
Yeah, definitely. I just wish I could have enjoyed it a bit more. I think we conceded about 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
Our fourth award is the Players' Player of the Year, an important award to say the least, because this is the one that is voted by teammates who are with each other on the training ground day in, day out. I'm delighted to say the winner of this award is Chris Basham.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Players' Player of the Season, Chris Basham. Currently the longest serving player in the squad, Chris Basham epitomises everything the club stands for. Honesty, hard work and never anything less than 100% commitment. His defensive solidity, along with his ability to offer an attacking thrust, has made him one of the standout figures, not just at Bramall Lane, but in the top flight as a whole.
I think he's proved that he's been the best this season for us, but individually, but as a player, that's how he is off the pitch. He's given his all, and he's provided a lot of great memories this season, and he's been the most consistent for me and obviously for a lot of the other lads who have voted for him. So congratulate him, and he's done tremendous, and he deserves it.
He gets the ball, he goes with snake hips to everyone, just takes it by storm, takes everything in his stride. So I'm really delighted that he's won that award this season.
Great guy. I'm sure you know he's been here long enough that the fans love him, and there's a reason behind that. He gives us all every single game. I think he's pretty much been fit for every game possible. Up there with the most interceptions, leads by example, and knows what it means to play for this club. And I say it's fantastic that he's been part of a very successful back five, back six this season, and I'm delighted for him.
Chris, congratulations, Players' Player of the Year winner. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it hasn't sunk in right now. Obviously the lads we're a close-knit group, we're a great set of lads, and for them to vote for me, I feel very privileged. I wouldn't have got it if I didn't have them. The two great lads, they do everything for me, and on the pitch it makes my life easy. So yeah, I appreciate it. I'm really astonished that I got the award, but I'm buzzing as well.
How demanding has this season been for you because of the position that you play and what's expected of you?
I think the good thing is that I know the position, so it's not like you're not getting chucked in there and go and play like Chris Basham. It's more like I'm myself. I know how to play there. Got great three lads next to us, four lads next to us that helped us along the way. George has been outstanding. He's helped us too. So yeah. It's a great position to play, and I love playing there.
You're obviously playing against a better quality of opposition. Have you had to tailor your individual style to kind of combat that or not?
Yeah, I just think it's the way the team is. I think we have to change. We have to adapt the way we play. You're playing against the best players in the world. It's the best league in the world. So you obviously have to get better and better as the years come on.
Our final award is, of course, the Sheffield United Player of the Year award, sponsored by Fanity. Now, Fanity stands for Fan of the Year. It is one of the fastest growing supporter games on your mobile, and you can download it right now from the Apple Store. Now, fans have been having their say on social media for their favourite, and the top 5 nominees are... In 5th place, David McGoldrick. In 4th place, John Fleck. In 3rd place, John Egan. I'm the man, I got the plan. When it hits the fan, do all I can, do all I can. In 2nd, Dean Henderson. But the winner of the 2019-2020 Player of the Season award is Chris Basham.
It's another award for a player who is a model of consistency and a pivotal member of a defensive unit which is up there with the very best. His overlapping runs down the right have been a key feature in United's play this season. He encapsulates all the qualities that Blades fans expect from any player who pulls on the famous red and white.
Yeah, it's well deserved. I think Bashy's a leader by example, you know. He shows up every week. He leads from the front, you know. He sets examples in training and games, and he's played so many games for this club, and he's never really let that consistency drop, and it's a credit to him.
He's a firm favourite of the gaffers as well. One of the first on the team sheet, and he plays his position amazingly. And sometimes you think, how's he doing that? You know.
Obviously, he's got the accolade and the award he's got purely down to his footballing ability and how well he's performed this season.
But he's a northern boy. I'm buzzing for him. The two northern lads cleaning up. We'll take that all day long. No, listen, he's been phenomenal, and just from where he's come from and his attitude, it's a testament to himself and his family, and he deserves everything he gets. He's been incredible.
Yeah, buzzing. You know, Bash is a class player. He's a class lad. You know, I think in a dressing room, if you asked everybody who their favourite person is, probably say Chris Basham. You know, he's really funny and he's just a really good lad. And I think he's shown this year, you know, how good of a player he actually is. And you know, he's stepped up and he's been magnificent all season. And you know, I'm really happy for him and delighted for him.
Yeah, never in doubt really, was it? Old Basham Bauer. Now, what can you say about Bash? He's been here about 35 years, and he just seems to fit in every division seamlessly, and he's been top class this year again, and I don't think it was ever in doubt.
Chris, another award for you, this time the Player of the Year, voted for by the supporters. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, it's amazing. The supporters, they've always been on my side through thick and thin. I've improved through this manager. Credit to him for sticking by me and sticking with us, and obviously the fans have done the same, and that's how I'm reaping the rewards now, and I'm privileged to be a Player of the Year for Sheffield United. Feels great, it feels amazing.
The minimum requirement for any player playing for this club in particular is commitment, hard work, passion. Those ingredients are really important first and foremost, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a great set in stone. If you can do them three things, you've got a chance at Sheffield United, and I think the manager is exactly the same. I think that's how he looks at a player first and foremost. Has he got commitment? Has he got the passion? And has he got the will to wear the badge that I wear now? And I've loved being here for the last 6-7 years, and long may it continue, because I still love being here.
Can you believe what you've achieved in those 6 years? Amazing to think that when you came from Blackpool, you couldn't have dreamt of this.
No, definitely not. I think, I don't know when I'll pinch myself to realise what we're doing. The hard work continues. The gaffer wants more from us. We're sitting 8th in the Premier League. Next year he wants more again. So it's up to us to achieve that and do that for him on the football pitch. And with a great set of staff and a great bunch of lads behind us, I'm sure we can do that.
Congratulations, a worthy winner.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
All the best. So there we are. That brings us to the end of our first ever Virtual Player of the Season Awards. I hope you've enjoyed it. All that's left for me to say is thank you to all of our sponsors who've made this possible, and thank you to you for your continued support throughout the season. And we hope to see you filling Bramall Lane once again very, very soon. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you next season. Goodbye.
So referee Kevin Friend gets us underway, and what a day for Sheffield United. This is what all the hard work was for, a return to the Premier League some 12 years after their last relegation from the top flight.
Unity the key for Chris Wilder's Sheffield United this season.
And they're determined to enjoy every second. What a job Chris Wilder has done to get them here.
Norwood to take it, it's pushed along the deck to Baldock here at the byline, in it goes, low chance, cleared off the line, Sharp's there battling and he scored! Billy Sharp, the Sheffield United captain, has squeezed the ball over the line, fitting then that the boyhood blade gets their first goal upon their return to the Premier League. On a lovely ball in field, Freeman takes an excellent touch, Freeman into the middle, across, it's going to come out to John Lundstrom, and John Lundstrom scores the Blades' first goal at home back in the Premier League.
Well, that
Being a blade, it's a way of life. We work hard, play hard, no egos, just desire. We've come a long way. But the journey is far from over.